Well, here we go. This is the Dji Mini 3 Pro, March 25 flight. Since it's March, guess what it is? It's St. Patrick's Day, or thereabouts. So there's your four-leaf clovers for you. Okay, let's see if we can find our takeoff spot, and here we are. So here is going to be a short flight. And there's the phone. It always happens, brother. Let's take a look over this wildlife area. Did a prescribed burn yesterday on some of the grasses so we could get the native grasses growing again. Good. You have to do those burns every couple of years. So as you can see, there's one of the burns right there. It's pretty neat how it's done. The guys that do that are really, really good. So anyway, we're taking a look at the black field right behind takeoff spot. Lots of times you see the white sheds that have been burned up, deer sheds laying in the dark, but I don't see any right now. So we'll head down this way and I'll show you a little bit more of the prescribed burns. This is a wildlife area, local wildlife area. So our conservation department, along with Parks and Rec, does the burns in here. And you can see how close we came to all the trees and everything. I thought it was a really, really good burn. Look at the lines. You can tell guys are good that do this. That's for sure. A lot of fun, too. A lot of work, though. You wouldn't believe the amount of work in making sure that this is done right. Anyway, we're headed due west now. Like I said, it's about an hour, hour and a half before sunset, and thought I'd take a little flight and look at the burns that we did from the air and get the Mini 3 up. This is the Mini 3 Pro. And we're headed due west, almost into the sun. Tilt it down a little bit so we don't get that glare so much. There's a nice pond that holds a lot of catfish there on the park property. Small catfish, but it's a lot of fun. It's overgrown with moss a lot of the times. It's really hard to fish, but they're in there. And I'm flying the Mini 3 Pro now. She's getting a little wind up her skirt. She likes to fly every once in a while. I've been flying her big sister, the Mini 4 Pro, a lot lately, so she gets a little jealous, and the Mini 2 gets jealous of the Mini 3 Pro, so, you know, it's just a roundabout thing, and they're all jealous of the Phantom 3. Anyway, let's just take a look. See, there's a piece of the burn we did right there. Pretty nice. Just took that area out there. That'll grow back better next year. So that's all of the burns that were done yesterday. So we'll take a flight over the park and wildlife area here and see if we see anything. See if anything's starting to green up. See, a little bit of the grass is starting to green up. And there's the horizon. Got the DJI tilt a little bit, as always, but not bad. Can live with that. Let's drift to the right here a little bit over the park. And oh, there's something. Got a weakness for those, buddy. Like trains, planes, and automobiles and water towers. I see one I just cannot resist. So we'll head down this power line right away here. Let's see if we can get over to her real quick. Take a look at it. Lots of green cedars and everything. It won't be long now. St. Patrick's Day, things will be greening up. The ticks will be starting to come out in full force. And then you won't see much of the stuff that you see when I fly during the fall and the winter, when you get to see all the natural features of the earth. It'll all be covered up with leaves, but you get some colors, some pretty colors. We haven't been having the good colors in the spring for the last couple of years because we haven't got the moisture during the last winter and in the spring to really make the maples pop, the beautiful reds and stuff. But I'm hoping it'll be a little bit different this year. We had good snow, heavy snow, hard winter this year, but I'm hoping this spring we'll get just not too much rain, but just enough rain, moisture to bring it out and get those colors to start popping on there. So we'll see how that goes. There's a neat looking water tower. You guys have seen this one before. Wasn't planning on flying over it, but you know what? It's like a train. When I hear a train off in the distance, I'm headed that way. It brings back great memories of being a kid and putting pennies on the train tracks. So we'll take a little spin here. Nobody on top of that critter today. Most of the water towers now have more antennas and cell tower antennas and other stuff on it. We've got some ham radio antennas on some of them in town, but they got antennas. They're making money off of them, renting that hideout. Okay, so we saw that. So let's vamoose up this right away here and drift to the left. Now that's a gas line right away that's going up to the right, and then this is a power line right away that's on the left side of the screen now. As you can tell, that sun's starting to get a little low in the sky, so get a little reflection there, but hopefully we'll get up this way, and then I'm gonna let her find her way back home. Her precision landing has been off a little bit, but close enough. So we're just rolling back over the park here. We'll stop right back up here and we'll give her the command to return to home. There she is. So we're going to do that, but we're going to take over flying. And I want to look in this field. I thought I saw a couple deer in this field when I was doing the flight, walking along the edge up here. Maybe kind of hard to see on this little screen, but we'll take a look and see that right away, right down there, that walking right away. I've had a lot of deer sheds in that right away. Deer like to come down that right away into this field here. Now the deer I thought I saw when I was flying, right up here on the edge of the woods, just barely see him walking, but like I said, on this small screen, it would be hard to see. Anyway, we're headed due east now, so we don't have that sun reflection, that glare. Things are starting to get a little bit of color into the fields. Not a whole lot, but just enough to let you know that they're alive, and pretty soon they'll just be green as can be. See, I can see the tractor marks where the guys have cut the field and everything. That is neat. That's what I like about flying in the fall and very early spring before it all greens up. You really get to see the lay of the land and the features of the land that you just don't see in the summertime. So let's see. Yeah, okay, I know where we're at now. Headed back to our takeoff point. She flew really good. The prescribed burns look good. Guys did a great job there, right down at the bottom of the screen. Just flew over what I thought was a couple deer on the edge of that field. Guys did a great job as usual, so can't complain about that. There's somebody putting in a nice garden there. And there's our takeoff spot. So, like I said, this was just a short flight around the park. Wanted to take a look at the burns and see how good of a job was done, and as usual, terrific job. So we're going to stop here, get our bearings. Here we are. Coming over, that's my friend's place on the left there. Coming back to our lodge, there's the burn, one of the prescribed burns on the right. You can see where we started. So we're almost home. Anyway, I thought you guys might just enjoy that little flight around the area. Not quite St. Patrick's Day, but it's close enough. So there's your little bit of your green for you. And probably the next video, there'll be a whole lot more. That field will start greening up real quick right there. The burn won't be that black for very long. You'll start seeing all kinds of green pop up in it. Before you know it, boom. Spring rains will be here and it'll take off. That's what we want to happen. So all of you stay safe out there. We'll get a chance. We'll put some more content out for you soon, maybe a little longer flight. It's starting to get a little nicer out where I can get out a little bit more often. Here we come. Right back. There's our deck. Stay safe, everybody. Try to treat others the way you want to be treated. That golden rule is a pretty good rule to follow. Keeps everybody pretty happy. And got to get down here. I want to land on this table, so going to move back a little bit. Stay safe out there. We'll get a chance. We'll talk to you again soon. Here we go. A little bit to the left and down. And there, boom.